So, guys, just a quick one because I was just about to change my distribution. I've actually tried a few distributions over the years, and today my DistroKid sent me a notification to say that my credit card needs to be changed. They were looking to charge me the $49.99 for the year, which I pay for two artists' names because I moved back to them because I was moving all my stuff over to my new artist name a couple of years ago. And I actually quite like DistroKid, but there's a few little quirks about it, like with the, the YouTube ID thing that you have to pay for, and the fact that they're a big conglomerate. So, yeah, I was open to something else. So I got this mail a few weeks ago from Symphonic. I saw something on Instagram. I signed up for it and it looked good. And then I got a mail to say they do a service, AI service, where you literally can put your artist, Spotify in, and it will pull in all your songs and it will transfer them all over for you automatically. And they sent a link to get it set up. And that was really appealing because in actual fact, I still haven't moved all of my stuff over to DistroKid. So I still have stuff still with Lander, who I was with before, because it's quite admin heavy. So I thought, oh, sweet. So, and you look here now, so you can see behind me, this is the Symphonic website. It's a pretty website. This is exactly what I was trying to do, what I would like to do at my website. I just don't know how to do it, but it's a very pretty website. And yeah, the great thing is, it looked good, and I read through it, and I checked the prices, and basically they have a price point here of, for a starter, for one artist, for $19.99 a year. So it's quite nice. They distribute to all the masses, rights for new artists, compare DistroKid, you blah blah blah. So yeah, it looked great. Now the only thing is then basically, well, what happened is I decided just to check the terms and conditions, as I have become used to doing in the music industry. And it started out with all the usual stuff here. You can see here, I'll point. Oh, what's this hand? I can't move the mouse hand, do this. But you see here, there we go. If you're new, blah blah blah, new starter, blah blah blah, right? So the usual, the agreement, background, client identity verifications, nice. We want to make sure we're the right person, primary artist, the usual shizzles, the grant of rights, that we give them the right to distribute the copy, that's no problem. All the copies, intellectual property still with the artist, no problem. Promotional programs, we give them permission to promote on our behalf, using our content. Yeah, that's okay, no problem. Service fees, there may be other charges basically. Distribution to distribution, right, no problem. And this, you pay $19.99 per year, okay? So that's no problem. That is what we're signing up for, and that is what we are thing. And they say we'll give you 100% of the royalties, so 100% of the 0.003% that Spotify and other streaming services are going to give you. So okay, no problem, that's great. This is where I got some red flags, and they only got redder. So watch this. So this is UGC monetization. So this is one thing about the music industry and the legal terms. There's different words for different things. This is basically the monetization of the social media. Oh, I've got a cup of tea. So that is basically anything Meta, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Thriller, Snap, TikTok, any of those guys. They only pay you 70% of your royalties. So actually, with DistroKid, you get 100%. And one of the things I get paid most on is my social media stuff, because I use my songs on all my posts. You get paid yourself if you use it on your own posts. These guys are only going to give you 70%. So that is not a nice thing, but it's something to note. And it's one of the reasons I moved from Lander. Because actually, I don't know what, Lander was very good. But I moved from Lander because if you cancel your subscription at Lander, then you only get the 70%. While you're paying, you get 100%, but it's a lot more expensive, but you get a lot more perks. So apart from the fact that you can't change artist name without losing your streams, there's a possibility I will go back to Lander at some point. Anyway, SoundCloud monetization, right? This one, as an artist, you tend to pay for SoundCloud, which means it includes the monetization as part of the price, and you get 100% of your royalties. So these people's Symphonic, they want to take your SoundCloud royalties. So again, okay, you're doing some of the work, you're automating the service, okay. YouTube content ID, okay, so at least they provide a YouTube content ID, which is something that you have to pay for on DistroKid. It's something that is included on Lander, but they only pay you 70% of the royalties. YouTube composition. This is now where the red flag gets a little bit flaggy, right? It wasn't this one, it was the next one, right? Royalty collections pursuant to section 112 and 114 of the Copyright Act. Direct license. Okay, what the fuck does this mean, right? This one, I had to read it a few times, and I decided, and basically they're saying Symphonic will be entitled to administer and collect 100% of all sound recording copyright owner income. Right? Now I read this a few times, and my head was because this is how this stuff works. It does hurt your head, especially when you're an artist. It's not really a thing. I used the Chat GPT, and I will show you guys now, to ask what this meant in English, plain English, like explain like on 5 English. Has it changed? Yes, there it is. All right, look at this. SRCO income is money from the recording of a song, right? This is your sound recording rights, right? It is not, this is not something you want to be giving away, guys. Right, so these guys are literally, they're sneakily taking your sound recording rights without, by wording it in such a way that you're not really sure. Most people wouldn't read this. Bandcamp monetization. Bandcamp is free. Okay, and not only that, they want to charge you $9.99 a month so they can distribute it to Bandcamp, right? Well, but you can do it yourself for free. So, okay, I'm sure if you're a really big artist, but if you're a really big artist, they're going to charge you more because there's more down below. So video distribution, you can do this on DistroKid for an extra 20 quid a year or something like this. Basic plus, they charge 90. Look at the color of this. They're hiding it, right? $95 a year. Per video. Oh my god, it's not even per year. Right, so this is the sneaky shit that they're getting in here. $95 per video if you want video distribution, right? Applicable fees, blah, blah, blah. YouTube chat. This one also, really big red flag. They basically want, they take control of your YouTube channel. So if you do anything on your YouTube channel that isn't in line with what they decide is your brand, they can shut it down. So they basically, for advertising fraud and shit like that. So, and you would only receive 70% of any income from the YouTube channel. Dodgy. So you're actually giving away, from what I can gather. I will go through it more with the ChatGPT. I'm not going to sign up for it, so I'm not going to go into more detail with it. But for my first read of it is basically telling me that they want the income from your YouTube channel. And then there's more. Anyway, at that stage, but before that and at that stage, I had decided I'm not going to be going over to Symphonic. I wanted to make this video to share with you guys because I don't think you should go to Symphonic, but by all means, read the terms if you think you're going over to them, or Symphonic. If you have any comments to make below, please do, or respond to this. But I don't like this, and I don't think any artist who isn't in the right mind should sign up for this kind of distribution. So guys, be careful out there. If the services coming up, these new distribution services that are all singing, all dancing and telling you they're going to make your life a lot easier, maybe sometimes it's better just to stick with somebody like DistroKid or CD Baby or Lander just for your first year until you have time to read everything, because this is not the sort of stuff you want to be giving away as a new artist. You do not want to be giving away your mechanical rights to anybody. You know, that's your sound recording, and you've either bought that from your producer, or if you've produced your songs yourself like I do, it's your mechanical recording rights. So yeah, that was a quick one from Vonnie. Stay aware, guys, stay aware.